G'day, Paul here with The Business of Art. We are out and about today having a chat about sponsorship, so let's go.
This is The Business of Art.
Today we're talking about sponsorship for the Matilda Awards. I'm meeting with a guy to talk about that who's interested in his company sponsoring the awards. The Matilda Awards are the Brisbane Professional Theatre Awards, and so I moved from the judging panel onto the Executive Management Committee after about 3 years when we went not-for-profit and started to actually build a business framework around the awards itself. So over the last few years, we've been really conscious about building the professional look and feel of the awards, and eventually we knew it would lead to the opportunity to meet with people and talk sponsorship and deals, and so that's what we're doing today. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to film, but what I'd like to do is catch up with you afterwards and talk some of the things that I think about when we're approaching sponsorship deals for our artistic work. So I'll check you later. Great to meet you. Whew. Good meeting, very good meeting. I was going to shoot a little bit more where I was, but the noise was just insane. There was house renovations and babies crying and birds chirping and planes flying over. It was just super loud, so I thought I'll just get myself a takeaway coffee. Thank you very much, Blue Poppy in Morningside. Lovely coffee. Head down there and check them out. But yeah, so I just came and found a different location where I could throw the camera on and have a bit of a chat. Really great meeting, just a really great meeting. And the reason it was great was because we both see that there is mutual beneficial opportunity for us both in the conversation. So I think what's exciting about that is that it's just a timing thing, that the event has become the level that it has at the right time for them to want to come in and get exposure into a different market for themselves, which is the theatre market. But this opportunity for them came at the right time, in that we can create opportunity for them and they can provide us some goods and services that we need, and there is going to be a very, very good mutual beneficial exchange. And so, yeah, great meeting. Whew, very happy. So I thought that I would just have a bit of a chat about my approach to sponsorship deals and partnerships and that kind of thing for my creative work, because I know as artists, you know, you're probably like me, always hoping that you might be able to find somebody that can help you out by giving you either free staff or supporting your show or your music or your art in some way by giving you exposure to a wider audience through their network. There's a few things that I think are crucially important when we're approaching this, and obviously that's what I want to share today. So the first thing is to be really self-aware. Know what you have to offer. Now, you might not have much to offer. As an example, I'm breaking into a brand new target audience for my theatre shows, and right now I actually have an audience of 5, actually. I've sold 5 tickets, but I can't go to a meeting and have a conversation about potential sponsorships and talk about the value that I can bring them through exposure to an audience and that kind of thing in actual numbers, because at the moment my number is 5. I can talk about potential, I can talk about what I'm aiming to do, I can talk about the strategy that I'm applying and the tactics that I'm applying to grow that audience over the period of time, in the hope that they're willing maybe to take a risk now, being aware of that and being able to talk with confidence around that reality and not being afraid or ashamed of the fact that that's the level that you're at, but just be really self-aware about where you're at, what you've got, what you can offer. And that is a really great starting point, because then you're starting your relationship based in truth. To the second thing, come at this from the point of view of a value exchange. That's what it is, it's a value exchange. It's not about you getting free stuff. It's not about somebody giving you something for nothing. It is about what you can provide in value, that is of value, to that other person, to that other organization. And if you walk into that meeting and your whole focus is on what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to do? What do you want to do? How do you want to reach people? What are you trying to say to people? So that you can understand them before you work out what it is that you can give them back as value, because you are putting them first. And that always works out for good. It might not work out to a sponsorship deal, don't get me wrong, but being able to approach these things from a point of view of, I'm coming here to talk to you about what value we can offer you, but before I do that, I need to know what it is that you're trying to achieve. And putting them first is going to make people feel really comfortable about the fact that you're going to be someone worth working with. And the third big important thing for me is always consider the long-term relationship. There might not be something that you can do for each other right now, but if you've made contact with somebody, stay in touch with them. I'll be honest and say this is something that I've done poorly in the past. Sometimes it's hard because, for instance, the people that I worked with at Queensland Rail, they all moved on. They all moved into other businesses. I can follow them on LinkedIn or somewhere like that, and so I could probably touch base with them again. But I haven't maintained that relationship over the years, and so I think that's probably the one thing that I've learned over the years is every relationship treat long term, because you don't know what the future outcomes could be. You don't know where that might lead. You don't know where they go. You don't know what they're doing in the future or where you are in the future that might be able to still be of benefit to each other. Because some of the value that you might be able to offer may not actually come from something specific you provide through a service or good. It may actually be just your ability to connect them with somebody else that they can have an exchange of service, and you've become crucial in that meeting, which means that, again, you're just reinforcing being someone worth knowing and somebody that can provide value. That's about it, really. It all comes down to understanding value. What is the value for the other person? What is the value for you? How might those values exchange to be of mutual benefit for both of you, so that you can build that relationship for a longer term. Hope that was of use to you. Hope that was of some value to you. And of course, if you did find something useful in this video, there is a good chance that you might know someone else who would benefit. So please let them know, tag them in the comments below, share it with them, do whatever you can to pay it forward and provide some value to them. Until next time, I'll see you later.